Okay, so this episode or interview, we want to talk about Lindsay's backstory. So every cancer story has a backstory. Every cancer patient is a person with a backstory. So if you could, for those that are supporting you and praying for you, could you tell us your backstory, Lindsay?
Okay, so I was born in Colorado Springs, Colorado, to my mom and dad, Jeff and Paula Payne. I have a younger brother, Jeff Payne, and grew up in Colorado Springs all my life. I went to Colorado Springs Christian School, K through 12, and as I was growing up, I was involved in soccer and basketball. Sports, I knew that sports was going to pretty much be my way into college. So I worked hard. I ended up getting recruited by several colleges. Air Force Academy was one of those that had recruited me, and so I decided to go to the academy and got accepted in there. I was started on June 26th, my brother's birthday of 1997. Went through the 4 years there. In my junior year, I became interested in my now husband, Travis Logston. Fall of my senior year, we got engaged.
He must have been a really good guy
Yeah.
to win you.
Yeah, he was a really good guy. Still is a really good guy. We made it through the academy, graduated, got commissioned. 3 days later, we got married. We ended up getting assigned to Del Rio, Texas, which is right on the border of Mexico. Most pilot training people that are learning how to fly go there, but that's not what we were doing. It was a good place to be for the first 3 years of marriage, because there really wasn't anything else to do but to get to know each other. So we went through those 3 years, met a lot of good people down there in Del Rio. Still stay in contact with some of them. Went from there, moved to California. In California, I had a public affairs job at Travis Air Force Base. Super busy, learned a lot there. Got pregnant with Sydney, and then we moved to Wright-Patterson here in Dayton, Ohio. And decided to get out of the Air Force at that point in time. I did, and decided to separate, but I wanted to keep my feet in the military in some way, so I joined the Reserve IMA program, and I was able to stay in that in public affairs. 2008, ended up having our second, Toby Logston. At that point in time, I realized that traveling for the IMA job wasn't going to happen, so I joined the Ohio Air National Guard. We were still here in Ohio, and from there, in 2009, Travis decided to, with my support, decided to take a year-long deployment to Iraq, which was good. I admire him for doing that. And 4 months before he got back, I found out that I was getting deployed to Afghanistan. So I went to Afghanistan in 2010. Some of you might have seen us on the NBC Today show for Thanksgiving. Got to say hi to them. That was a fun interview. I still feel bad about somewhat blowing off Lester Holt in that interview because I was so worried about the kids crying. But after I got back from that deployment, got pregnant with our third, Micah. He was born in 2011, and we are still living here in Dayton and just growing our family. Had another one, Caleb, in 2013, and by that point in time we had moved to where we're currently living right now, and we've moved into a great community here in Alpha, Ohio. And significant event since then is in January I lost my mom, and that's been a tough adjustment. So turned 37 in April, and 2 weeks later, I got diagnosed with cancer. So that's my story up to this point. Good news is the full story is not written, and I look forward to the many years ahead of me here with the community here in Alpha, Beaver Creek, and the Dayton area.